During our California tour, we went 7-3, which actually is really pretty good for us as we are very close to 500. I did skip the Baltimore Orioles series because if we're not playing at Camden, I don't really care to play the Orioles that badly. We take on our Ohio rival in the Cleveland Guardians, and oh man, unfortunately Tecupita Marcano is going to line out to second. Pedro Castellanos, as you see at the bottom playing first base, is probably on the verge of being sent down. Miguel Andujar is slightly better. That's really not saying much at this point, but we shall see how things play out. Arias is going to get our first hit of the ball game as he hits it in the left field, and hopefully we can capitalize further. Oscar Colas moved up the lineup to number 4, being as he's been hitting very well. It will fly out, unfortunately, to right field, and that will end the first inning. Taking a look even further, we are now down 4-0 as Yoan Moncada is going to get only our second hit of the ball game, and you know what? The offensive bats need to start to come together. Granted, it's only the second inning, so we do have plenty of time, but we are down 4. Let's see what anybody else has got in their arsenal. Edward Olivares down to 206. Our outfielders are not hitting that well, so I kind of got to make a shakeup at some point as Olivares strikes out. So maybe Castellanos really does get sent down, and you know, we start to figure things out as we keep going. Defensively, we're also not that good. In the outfield, everybody in the outfield is like average fielding at best. We do get through the second inning. Unfortunately, we cannot score. We are now down 6-0 as Colas honestly has been probably our best defender and offensive threat. As he bloops this one just inside fair territory between the shortstop and left field, and in no man's land for real. He picks up his 4th double of the season. Moncada already with a hit. Can he come through again? Not quite, but this is a productive out, so we will take it as we are 90 feet away from a run. Olivares, known for his right-handed hitting prowess. That made no sense to me. That's what came out of my mouth. Fly ball to center, and unfortunately we are not going to be able to capitalize just yet, and we are kind of running out of outs at this point. Let's see. The veteran Leury Garcia hits the 12-6 curveball back up the middle, and we got to start a rally somewhere. Hopefully it is now. Tecupita Marcano batting 500 the last several games he has played. Unfortunately, that is going to go down just a little bit as he pops it up and ends the 5th inning. Do we have any offense in us today? Like, did we just not? Is the time zone difference that much of a problem? Fly ball deep to left field. Alvarez hits this one out in a hurry. 108 miles an hour off the bat. We finally get on the board, but we're down 6-1. So it's going to take a little bit more than just a solo shot to get us back in it. Yeah, celebrate all you want. We're still down 5. Colas, 1 for 2 thus far. Is he going to get on in? He's going to lace this one past the second baseman for a base hit, as we now have strung together 2 consecutive hits. Moncada, curveball, smacked into the left field gap. It's going to bounce on the grass and roll all the way to the wall. Colas is going to come around from third, really from first, if we're being honest. Sliding in there. We have cut the lead in a third. It is 6-2. 4th double of the season for him. Chad Deerdorf, fly ball into left field, and you know what? We're going to take it. And his speed, actually, is going to do him a favor. He's able to get back to first. We've cut the lead in half. Come on, let's go. That's what I like to see, even if it's a can of corn. Castellanos, understandably so, is going to fly out. Yeah, he seems to be very much a stopper at this point, as Wander Suero gives up 4 runs, as a matter of fact, and we're down 10-3, and understandably so. Castellanos, the last batter, strikes out, and I think Andujar's ticket is going to be punched very soon. JD Martinez, 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and an RBI. They had 10 hits before we got 1. And had 6 runs on the board going into the 5th. Bo Reyes is also a candidate to be called up, though. We just drafted him, and he's not much of a fielder. He's got the bat, though. He definitely has the bat. Could be a DH. You never know how things play out. This is actually his first AA game. Yeah, I know we're at the end of April mark, but I had him sitting in A-ball. And first plate appearance, first pitch he really sees, and he is going to ground out on a circle change that he really shouldn't have pulled, but I really shouldn't be all that surprised for a guy who just spent like a month in A-ball. Fly ball, he gets jammed on a fastball, and unfortunately he will be 0 for 2 thus far as his team is down 2 here in the 5th inning. Don't get too discouraged, man. It happens, okay? This is where you work on your game. Down in the minors, as we're still down 2-0 in the 8th inning. Schweitzer is still out there. 73rd pitch, and this slider is going to get hit deep to right field. He might have his first home run. Not quite. Off the bottom of the wall. Both outfielders a little too slow to get to it, and you know what? He's not that slow, so he's going to take advantage and end up with a triple. He is 90 feet away from cutting the team's lead in half. His first hit here in Double-A. Monasterio, he's going to step up to the plate. He's batting .512. Oh my goodness, dude. Please hit a long ball at this point. Full count offering in. It's going to be a ground ball past the first baseman's glove and into right field. As Reyes will score. As there's nobody out. Can we win this game? Not quite. And I really wish they would go back to the old format of, you know, I can watch the game after the fact, and I'd like to not be able to watch it from the dugout. I don't know. I'm weird. I played this game too long to know all the ins and outs. Nonetheless, we are in Phoenix. As you can take a look there, their hottest hitter, Mauricio Dubon, batting .375, 10 RBIs. Hasn't hit a long ball yet, but he is definitely producing for the Diamondbacks team. I think they're like 16 and 14 at this point in the season, 3rd place in their own division. Hopefully we can cool him down as a familiar face to the channel. If you've been watching for the past 3 years, Zach Gallen is the starter on the mound for the D-backs. They are 16 and 14 in the NL West. First batter is Ellie De La Cruz, and he's going to hit a fastball to left center field of sorts. He will be our first base runner. You know he's a stolen base threat, and we love to see it. Our very own Chad Deerdorf is the April NL Rookie of the Month. I didn't exactly look at his stats to see what he did. I guess there aren't that many rookies playing because he doesn't get a ton of playing time. Colas is going to strike out, but De La Cruz will take second as Alvarez, our former Rookie of the Year from last year, steps up, not batting too well. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Things happen. As, swinging a miss at a cutter that honestly had some crazy movement, probably just due to where it was thrown. He will strike out. Araya is batting .317. Can he drive in that runner from second? It's going to be a ground ball to Perdomo, who will easily toss over to first. He will get out of the inning without scoring. Chad Deerdorf, last month, did hit .323 with 3 RBIs and 31 at bats, so that's how he ended up with the Rookie of the Month. I feel like that's weak sauce voting, but whatever. Edward Cabrera, who actually has been pitching very well this season, 40 strikeouts and 5 starts this season. We are 5th in our own division, 2.5 games behind the Pirates, and I'm not worried about that right now. We got to take things one step at a time as Cabrera gets the strikeout on the circle change. Ground ball right back to Cabrera, over to De La Cruz. De La Cruz rips it over to first, and we get out of the first inning with a double play. Corbin Carroll got his money last year, and he's not going to do much with it as he hits it into his own defensive position. And as you can see, Andujar did get the call up as promised. Playing left field today. Can play some other positions too. First base, third base, the corners, corner outfield that is. Corner outfield, corner infield, that's just who he is. He can hit for some power if he squares one up. Cabrera gives up a base hit, but he's going to come back and get a strikeout on the sinker on the inside corner. As Josh Rojas took advantage of him early and got a hit. Cannot do so this time, as I think that was a bad call, but I'm not the one. I'm not paid for that. Luis Arias, I'm surprised that wasn't a strike, but hey, we'll take it. Runner at first. Moncada is going to send this pitch deep to right field, running back at the track, at the wall. A leap? No, that's a late leap. He was never going to get to it. Yohan Moncada gives us a 2 4-0 lead as that cutter right down the middle. And yeah, listen, when you throw it down the middle like that, right into Moncada's wheelhouse, yeah, flex on him. 374 feet off the bat, 94 miles an hour. Nobody had a chance at that except somebody paying for a ticket. Yes, clap it up as you see Will Myers, who was a former Red, 1 for 18, breaks out of his slump. We don't care about that because this is all international players. Ooh! Olivares hits this one over the first baseman Christian Walker's head, who actually last 2 years in a row, Gold Glover. Boat trailer. Moose is going to let that pitch go way to the backstop, and we will advance to second on the wild pitch. 180 feet from a run, already up 2-0. Yeah, take whatever we can get at this point. I'm not mad. As Moreno, a little disappointed in himself. That's on Gallen. That ain't on you. That pitch was in the other batter's box. Trailer. Ooh! Knuckle curve, giving him problems. He'll be sat down on strikes. Perdomo, chopper back up the middle. Cabrera cannot field it this time, despite having an earlier double play. And Perdomo will be safe at first. Gurriel, a man on the trade block that I have thought about trading for. Maybe that won't happen this time. He does strike out on circle change. 0-2 today. Carroll, can he come through for a squad? Is the sinker going to get hit to center field? Colas, easily going to make the play. Okay. When we end up giving up a hit, the pitching's got to come back and do what they got to do. Trailer playing a very good first base. Listen, I know War doesn't give first baseman that much credit for being good defensively. And ooh, past the outstretched Trailer, who is 6'5", unable to come up with it. But listen, when you can get good defensive first, I'm not mad at it, even if it's not valued all that much to the computer nerds. Rojas going to hit this one in the right field. Gonzalez up against the wall, fires it back in to Arias. Arias to the plate. Easy does it. He is cooked like an egg in the desert. What did you think was going to happen? As we retain the lead, despite them having twice as many hits, 2-1. Alvarez back to the batter's box, and he's going to smack this one in the left field, bouncing up against the wall, and he is going to hustle into second, and he's going to slide in there safe on his 4th double of the season. Can Arias at least move him over? Knuckle curve back to the pitcher. Gallen decides to go to first as opposed to third. I would have thrown it to third to get the lead runner, but that's just me. Even if it's a more difficult throw for a righty as opposed to a lefty. Moncada already hit a long ball early, and he's going to float this one into center field. Tag up by Alvarez, and he will easily score. Maybe not that easily. He'll score. It is 3-1. Back to the mound is Cabrera, and he is going to give up a hit. Another hit into the right field area. Gonzalez well up against the wall, throws it back in time. Surprisingly, Perdomo didn't go to third. That's his 7th double. Gurriel, already 0-2 and make it 0-3 as he chops it to De La Cruz for the out. Carroll not hitting that well with runners in scoring position, but I guess I've spoken too soon. Bounces up against the grass, rolls up against the wall near the pool area, and he is hustling to third. We need to throw it to the plate because he will, inside the park, home run it. As Arizona is now 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. Christian Walker is going to pop this one up behind the infield. Arias will make the catch. Carroll will actually stay put. I'm a little surprised. I thought he would have taken the chance. I mean, hell, if I had that speed, I would too. All right, Marte not getting the platoon advantage as he's hitting under about 200 against righties. And, ooh, I'm going to shut up real quick. Curveball hit down the third base line. And Duhar is able to retrieve it. Runner from third is easily going to score regardless, as this ball game is now tied at 3 apiece. Dubon on deck as Alec Thomas 0-2. And Cabrera walks his first batter in a really, really long time, though he might be gassed at 23 pitches thrown this inning. Dubon already 2-2 and 4-7 in this series. Can he give Arizona the lead? No. Curveball misses. Dubon is batting .318 with runners in scoring position. This curveball now going to get hit in the right field. Gonzalez comes up throwing. Runner from second comes around. Alvarez gets it on the other side of the damn plate. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Great agility, way to have some great body control by Alvarez, though he's a big dude. Able to retrieve the ball, snap, tag, got him out of here, though Arizona's whooping our ass in the hit column. What can we do on the other side of the ledger? Alvarez, this is one deep to left field, and damn it. He hit the foul. All right, come on, straighten it out. Even though Nelson's got a really funky delivery. And Cutter, gets him swinging and missing. He almost stumbled. Listen, I talked about body control. You almost bust your ass that time. All right, through 8, we are still tied at 3 apiece. The 3, 4, 5 hitters of the D-backs, 1 for 9 thus far. As Ronny Garcia comes out in relief, and he's going to get the strikeout on the curveball, 82 miles an hour. As Corbin Carroll steps up, the only one of the middle hitters to actually get a hit. Moncada lightly toss over the first. You really need to not be so lackadaisical with a throw like that. He is extremely fast, and Walker unfortunately will not be able to capitalize. High fly ball to center field. All right, we got the 5, 6, 7 up in the top of the 9th. Can we take the lead and get the hell up out of the desert? Austin Adams, a 1.38 ERA. He is not going to make it easy. He's pitched very well this season. Moncada has driven in literally all of the offense we have had all day. We need some other guys to step up. And, slider hit high and deep to left. Okay, maybe not that deep. That was a hanging slider. You have to demolish that. I don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get given the extra innings rule with the runner on second. That's stupid. The Manfred rule, you know what I'm talking about. As Austin Adams looking a little shaky here, maybe looking a little sweaty, a little sticky because from all the humidity. As Gonzalez came through earlier in the game defensively, hits this one to right field. It's gonna, just almost got out. And you know what? He might have been able to get 3, but right field able to get that back in. Gonzalez coming through clutch, both offensively and defensively. Can we drive him in? Olivares. Wild pitch, slider to the backstop as we advance a base. We are 90 feet away from a run. We can take the lead and get the hell up out of the desert. But we've got to come through with a base hit or maybe a sacrifice fly. Let's see. Olivares 1 for 3, and fastball inside. Caught a little bit too much of the plate, and he'll flip this one to right field. Gonzalez will tag up from third and score. We are taking the lead 4-3 here in the late going. All right. 6, 7, 8 will be up in the 9th inning as the Diamondbacks can walk it off. Alvarado, though, looking to shut things down. A perfect 7 for 7 this season. 2.70 ERA. Hopefully he can lower that even further. He faces Ketel Marte. 0-2 ahead and gets him a swing and miss over the top of a cutter for the first out. And might have been a little bit of jarring, jaw-jacking as Emmanuel Rivera will come in to pinch hit, batting .326, driving in 4. See if he gets on thus far. First pitch, curveball, hit to center field, and fortunately that'll take care of a hot bat for the Diamondbacks this season. Mauricio Dubon, though, he's been even hotter, damn near nuclear hot. He's down 0-2, 3 for 3 in the ball game. Can he go 4 for 4 and give his team a chance to walk it off? Cutter outside corner, and you know what? We might have got away with one. I don't know if that was a strike or not, but I don't make the call. Okay. You know what? Turns out Yohan Moncada is the player of the game. No, Luis Gonzalez is the player of the game, but I can't change it. Check out the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. I'll holla at y'all later. Peace out.